Innovation and development. We need to be a new kind of a global hub within Chipies ecosystem. So co-creatorship allows us to be such a new kind of a global hub. Not a tech hub, not a financial hub, not a political hub, but a human-centered ecosystem hub powered by co-creatorship. So we need to be such a new kind of a global hub. Co-creatorship should be an innovation engine, the Chipies ecosystem itself, and the innovation should not be something that we talk about within the ecosystem, but should be something that is to be witnessed on the ground. So co-creatorship should allow us to be such a new kind of a global hub. Chipies, co-creatorship in Chipies should allow ideas to be collectively shaped, projects to be co-designed, impact to be aligned before deployment, and contribution to drive progress. So innovation becomes participatory, not elite driven. So we need to be such a new kind of a new global hub. So we need also to drive innovation from individual innovation to global innovation or collaboration through co-creatorship. So co-creatorship should enable multi-continental participation, cross-sector collaboration, shared economic alignment, transparent coordination. Innovation should be able to scale because it is distributed. Right? We need to be able to scale innovation itself. We need also what we call mass development through structure. So when we talk about development, we talk about development, not something that we talk in order to get appraisal from people or etc. like how politics work. No, we need mass or total development. When we talk about development, we need continuous development, ecosystem integrated development, or we need regenerative development, ownership aligned development. So projects should be able to reinforce one another instead of competing for extraction. So we need to be able to achieve this. We need to be able to achieve mass ownership as the foundation of Chipies ecosystem. So we need ownership that is distributed, on-chain, transparent, linked to contribution. We need the majority not as observers of Chipies ecosystem, but as participants, co-creators, co-owners, stakeholders of Chipies ecosystem itself, right? So mass empowerment, which is not just a symbolic inclusion, should also be able to be achieved in order for us to be such a kind of a global hub. We need empowerment, which means access to ownership, participation in project development or deployment, revenue distribution, alignment, real economic stakes. So not short-term programs, but structural inclusion. So we need to be such a kind of a global hub. We need to be a global hub that, that leads to be to the dawn of humanizance. So our renaissance shall be actually a humanizance. So co-creatorship should allow us to be such a kind of a global hub that brings about humanizance at the center. So each project is evaluated by human impact, civilization continuity, regenerative design, long-term sustainability. So growth must serve humanity, not replace it, right? Okay. Right? We need also to be such a hub for multi-sector innovation. Chipies should not be such a vertical ecosystem. It needs to be a general ecosystem where agriculture prosper, health prosper, innovation prosper, every other sector prosper. So we need to allow for integration across agriculture, health, infrastructure, education, digital economies. Innovation becomes systemic, not just an isolated thing. So the vision of us being such a kind of a global hub is to make sure that the global ecosystem or Chipies ecosystem is a global ecosystem where innovation is collective, development is regenerative, ownership is distributed, empowerment is structural, humanity is central. So Chipies aims to become the coordination layer of a new era of human-centered civilization building. So we need to be able to achieve these properties in order through co-creatorship alignment, through ownerships, through mass development, in order for us to be this new kind of a global hub that cares for humanity's good, that cares for global good and people good. Thank you.